This has been some shit. When I saw this, I couldn't believe I was actually reading this. But then again, I was like, it's 2022 almost, so it makes perfect sense. Brass artist Sophia peeing on one of her fans. What's next, man? Is they be doo-dooing on people on stage?
Somebody take a shit on somebody's forehead. You watch. Watch my word. Somebody go, or grab like the monkeys at the zoo. Somebody go zoom monkey somebody, take a duck and throw it in the crowd. Man, look here, dude. You know, Janet Jackson, Super Bowl, Justin Timberlake, wardrobe malfunction. This woman pulled her pants down in front of the entire audience, squatted over this man's face, and took an elusive piss. I mean, a serious piss, okay? A beer alley piss on this man's forehead. And I heard about the Twitter apology from the band. Nobody stopped her. Nobody tried to stop her. I'm trying to understand, is it because it's a white girl that got away with it? Because I don't know. I think if Megan pissed on somebody, or Cardi pissed on somebody, it'd be a whole lot of more press on this, man.
Right. Be careful with that. Be careful with that P word too, because YouTube hates that word, and they will get our shit.
You know what?
It's all good.
I took it off my. Cause I had that on my thing at first too.
Of not to say
on the title. I said, I'm gonna change that. Okay.
Good call. Man. Yeah.
But yeah, Doc. If I do believe.
I agree.
Cardi or Megan or one of the other sisters with some melanin in their skin did the same thing, it would be a whole lot bigger story. It'd be, oh my God, it'd be on Fox News, it'd be all over the place. But because she was a nice blonde girl and she did I remind me of a chick I saw at Eve After Dark one time after the club closed. She was squatted down. She had shit running all down the gutter of the street. She had leaves floating and shit, okay? And this dude was under there. I don't know who he was with or what he was on, but he was having a good time. And she told him, get this motherfucking ass off the stage. I'm like, damn, if that ain't some S&M shit, my name ain't Lonzo.
That's crazy.
But how do you do that? How do you do that? Okay. And I heard about it, I had my unknown sent me the video, and I'm like, damn, she actually pulled her pants down and took a massive piss in a man's face. I'm trying to figure out, there's
a law or something against that in there? Think if a man pulled out his dick and peed on a chick on stage.
You couldn't do that.
Both adult, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You do. You can't do that, man. That is one of them situations, man, that I don't get it, dude. If a dude pissed on a woman, he would still be in jail. Ask R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Even if she was an adult, he'd still be in jail.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A man could not do that. Man, come on, dude. But again, he volunteered his ass under there. But if a woman volunteered, man, every woman's group in the world would be on his ass. Could you imagine that? But because it was a female and she did it to a man, it was just, oh my God, look. Okay. And this, okay, next. We're gonna send out an apology. The band sent out an apology tweet. Yeah, our lead singer decided to take a whiz on the man's forehead, but we apologize for it. We had no idea she was gonna do that. I'll see y'all this next show. She ain't getting sued.
Nothing.
And if there's something happened, please let me know. If anybody heard something different, please put it in the chat room.
You know what, Alonzo? Someone just reminded me of an artist, because I'm a big music nerd, all genres. But there was a big punk artist back in the day, and I'm curious if you're familiar with the name G.G. Allen.
No, I'm not familiar, but go ahead.
Okay. When you get a chance, I'm going to send you a documentary there's an hour documentary on YouTube on the last moments of his life. It's so interesting. But Derek Mallory just brought up that G.G. Allen, and this is all on video. And he was a punk guy back in the 80s, 81, 82. He would literally poop on stage, wipe it up, and throw it at people, and chase them around with it, and give dudes BJs on stage. Oh, G.G. Allen. Punk. He was performing in the raunchiest of the punk clubs back in the day. I'll send you that, but a lot of people know G.G. Allen. Comment in the section if you know G.G. Allen. Derek Mallory for sure knows about him. Okay. So they were doing that weird shit back in the 80s, but it wasn't that mainstream, obviously. There were probably 30, 40 people.
See, back in the day though, wasn't no social media.
Damn.
wasn't no social media. If you wasn't there, it didn't happen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you heard, and when nobody carrying cameras in their pockets back then, and you might have got videotape from the club, from a security camera, or somebody might have videotaped it just for the club purposes. But back then, wasn't no social media. Okay.
That's right.
And you know, if something happened and nobody in the club wasn't complaining, and the thrower and the recipient, the receivers of the shit didn't file a complaint. No big deal. It was all private. Okay.
That's right.
That's right. It's private. It's a public-private place, something like that. It's private party, public play, whatever the case may be. But yeah, homegirl, that what she did. That was interesting, man. And I'm just trying to figure out what's the next level.
Crazy. But the thing you said that stand out the most is if that was someone of a darker skin tone, maybe on the hip hop side of things.
Come on, man.
It would be the biggest story of the year.
Man, it'd be huge. Okay, talk about some wet ass pussy.
Yeah. Oh man. Isn't that crazy that we can't say PISS, but we can say nigga 90,000 times without getting struck? But that's a whole other story.
Dave Chappelle, that's all he mentioned. That's all he talked. That was his whole point. Okay, man. You can say some stuff and just you get shut down immediately, and some things, okay, you don't complain. I'm not gonna complain.
Yep. Well, let's move on to something, man. I want you to brace yourself for this one. Just when you think, the stupid, it can't get any more stupider on this program. Casanova 2 times, whom we've talked about a few times on this show. I'll give you a real brief reminder. He was arrested for drug charges, him and the Gorilla Stone Nation, popular rapper from New York, unemployment fraud charging. He was doing that EDD scamming, and he got arrested last year. Well, he has a new charge as of this week. He's recently been charged with attempted murder. Apparently in October 2020, he was standing outside of a club taking pictures with fans when someone, a Crip, approached him for throwing up the blood sign because he is a blood. Casanova then replied with, "You want to die tonight?" The person was soon after they're shot in the stomach by an associate of Casanova. Now here's the kicker, Lonzo. Prosecutors seized his phone, and that is where they found text messages of him boasting and bragging about the killing.
You can't. This digital evidence that these brothers create to get themselves prosecuted, he didn't shoot the guy per se, right?
Nope, he didn't. His associate did, but they were bragging back and forth.
He took credit for it, though, right? He took credit for it. So basically, he called the shot that got the man shot. That's what it sounds like to me. He may have put it in the order to get a homie shot. Now that he's dead, you got a case.
Yep.
You got a case, okay? And it's just, and dude, it still befuddles the shit out of me how these dudes. Don't you realize these phones they number tracking devices? They digital. They track your phone calls, your conversations, especially your text. You've been better off calling somebody and telling them. At least they don't record that part yet. Okay, I'm quite sure they do, but they probably couldn't. They probably don't let you know it. But when you put a text, even when you erase it, it's still right there in the universe. It goes no place. You erase the text off your phone, it's still out there in the digital landfill someplace. Okay, so and come on, man. This is the part. You got all these guys that just want to be associated with. It's like they can't wait to go to the penitentiary, man. It's like they got to go to the penitentiary to get some validation, okay? Or they have to be considered a gangster to get some validation. And as long as y'all shooting each other, you ain't got no problem. Mess around and let the bullets hit somebody else other than one of us. That's when the shit gonna start.
Yep.
Okay, as long as you're shooting each other, nobody don't give a damn. I'm just gonna arrest that son of a bitch, bury the other one, and lock his ass up and bury the other one. But let y'all mess around there and shoot somebody that don't look like you and see what happens.
Yep, buried under the jail.
Under the jail. Okay, I'm watching Homeboy. The judge is trying this Kyle Rittenhouse case. This judge is doing everything he can to give Homeboy. Aubrey gave him a pat on the back, man. I'm like, damn, Yana. You know he was 17 with underage to have a gun, and that's the first charge you dropped. How the hell do you do that? How you do
America
that?
the Beautiful, man.
How you do that? You're 17 years old with the firearm, got pictures of it, got the guy who bought the gun for him, but the first charge you drop is a minor being in possession of a firearm or whatever it was. I'm like, man, this shit is really obvious, man. It's getting kind of obvious, Doc.
It was kind of obvious when he just killed somebody and he walked up to the police and they told him to get the fuck out of my face, basically. Now, you think if a black dude walked up to a police car and said, I just killed somebody, they'd be like, get the fuck out of my face?
I thought he got a bottle of water, though.
They were handing out water to, like, the protesters and people like that. So they didn't specifically say, here's some water. There was just police and people out there handing out water. He happened to get a water bottle that night.
You got a guy with an AR-15 walking down the street in a protest, and you don't know what his intentions are. Because he's white, he gets to keep it. That didn't happen to Tamir Rice. 12 seconds, He's dead. Toy gun. 12 seconds, gone. 12 seconds. Man. Out the car. Before you can even make a real analogy of what's going on, just shoot him and get it over with. He's black. He got a gun. Like, I can kill him and get away with it. And did. Okay, so
there it is.
White 17, somebody that left home, had no business down there whatsoever, crossed state lines, drove 2 hours to get to go protect property that was not his in the middle of a riot with his mom and a friend, and inject himself to a situation didn't want to claim self-defense. Dude, that's some creative shit right there.
Everybody out that night, he went there looking for trouble and he got it.
He found it.
He went looking for trouble. Period. He didn't go. Yeah, he went. Yep, and there it is. He's in the worst position anybody could be in right now.
Man, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Gotta love America, man. Because if this was a black dude who shot 2 black people, this would not be a story. But anyway, let's move on, Lonzo.
Let's move on, Dusty.